Hello all friends. I am glad to see everyone at the new recap at the incredibly interesting Manhwa. Be sure to put a thumbs up and subscribe. Enjoy your viewing. This is me, Huang He, a lonely 30-year-old Chinese medicine doctor. And today I was on the verge of reaching the pinnacle of life. The girl who was sitting in front of me, with her head bowed, was talking. 30 years of observations have come to an end. At my request, Lord Doctor, you will inherit tens of billions of family wealth and marry me, a modest girl. At least that's how it should have been. However, I suddenly moved to the most important moment. I wonder if there will be incredible adventures waiting for me? The answer was obvious. No. Because I became a simple low-grade zombie, not even a humanoid form. Damn the author. Bring me back. The capital of the empire, 1,000 years ago. Lightning striking from the sky destroyed the city. Purgatory of secret thunder. Mr. Magister. The monster attack is too strong, we can't stand it. Don't worry. The man with the golden hair calmed him down. I won't let the monsters rage. He was the first imperial master of the Iweir Empire. The demon laughed. Ha ha ha. Are you their only hope? The so-called brave of the empire, yes, you are one fist to me. Your attacks are useless, we will heal in a minute, insignificant little men, you will not see victory. It looks like I can't hurt him with ordinary attacks. The Magister thought. What else can I do but explode and sacrifice myself? With these thoughts, he took off his raincoat. His body was covered in bandages. Don't bother. No matter how strong your explosion is, I'll still be cured in the blink of an eye. The one who laughs last laughs. After these words, a bright light flooded the entire sky and the space around the Magister. An explosion of unprecedented force thundered. Mr. Magister won? When suddenly a demon burst out of the ground. Haha. You rejoice early, your so-called explosion is not capable of killing me. Are we really powerless? Their self-healing power is terrifying. We're all dead. Shouts of the crowd were heard. They were obviously desperate. Soon my body will recover to its previous state. And then you will all die. The demon shouted. But suddenly, he felt something strange. Why haven't I recovered yet? Suddenly, the Magister's voice was heard from under the ground. So did you notice after all? I put all my life force into this explosion, besides using the power of the curse. From today on, none of the monsters will be able to heal anymore. There was a moment of silence. And a second later, the demon fell to his knees and screamed. Nu. Meanwhile, Jiang City is a Chinese medicine shop. Damn, he's dead again. Helku me. Helku. The player chose the undead race. The bonus of healing with magic is not available. That's bad luck. I forcefully threw the console on the table. My name is Huang He, I turned 30 this year. Take away the healing power from the monsters in order to equalize the forces of the story game full of shit. As you might have guessed, I'm a doctor. But not just a doctor, but a doctor of Chinese medicine. However, nowadays everyone goes to big hospitals and only uncles and aunts from the roadside illuminate this place with their presence. I'm already in my third decade, not only is there still no girl, there's also something wrong with my career. Taking a deep breath, I lowered my head to the table. Not life, but continuous falls. As a friend, notifications appeared on the console. Congratulations, you got the opportunity to become a great sorcerer. Do you accept our offer? To accept. Deny. If there is still an opportunity to start over, then I agree. Suddenly, the door of my shop opened. Tell me, are you Huang He? I saw an incredibly beautiful girl. She was accompanied by several guards. It was her. CEO of Zhen Corporation. Zhen Yuqian. Pretty woman to look for. I even took my breath away, I was sweating all over, but I answered anyway. Yes, it's me. And my head was a mess. This is the CEO of the Zhen Corporation. Suddenly, her guard sat down on one knee, and she bowed and said. Greetings to the divine healer. What? Which one? To say that I was shocked is to say nothing. But she continued. It seems that the gentleman does not know that he is a legendary hereditary healer of ancient times. Your family sent you to the modern world so that you and your mentor could comprehend the art of healing. Now that you have turned 3 decades old, you have reached the level of perfection in the healing art. Your family gives you 10 billion as an inheritance and allows you to marry me. 10 milliards? Marriage with Beauty Zhen? My face sensed a benefit. The days of hardships and suffering are finally over. Sir, do you agree to return to the bosom of the family? Proudly raising my head, I declared. What's there to think about? Of course I agree. This is possible only in books, only a fool would not agree to this. Suddenly, there was a sound from the console and light filled part of the room. Warning. The player has decided to become a great sorcerer, moving to another world through a. What? No, no, no. 3, 2, 1. Aya. The magic light pulled me into the console. Sound from the console. The game has started. A little later, in another world. Level C underground city. The dungeon of despair. Someone was shouting an incantation furiously. Holy flame of steel lightning death. Aya. All the goblins fell from the spell. +1 experience, and so on. Weaklings. The guy who cast the spell grinned. His comrades clapped him on the shoulder. Well done, beheaded everyone in one blow of the sword. Nima, you are really strong. It's just a bunch of level 1 monsters, nothing complicated. Of course, I've heard that the dungeon here is easy to pass, but so easy. For Mr. Nim, this dungeon is a mere trifle. The girl who was with them said cautiously. Guys, it never hurts to be careful, it's still an elite dungeon of the 35th level, who knows, maybe those zombies were just bait so that we would lose our vigilance. Suddenly one of the guys yelled at the girl. How dare you say such a thing, looking down on Mr. Irima. The girl hesitated. No, But the guy wouldn't shut up. Our lord is clever and cunning, he is only 24 years old, and he is already a sorcerer swordsman of our empire of aristocratic origin, has a divine sword of holy flame, a thunderstorm of all dead creatures in the local dungeon. Such a great Lord Nima cannot be afraid of insignificant monsters. During this monologue, the gentleman listened to all this with a smug grin. He seemed to like it very much. Well said. Suddenly, a voice was heard from behind. An unfamiliar voice. Who is it? Turning around, they saw a girl dressed in strange clothes. I didn't have to think long, she introduced herself. Let me introduce myself, Ruthless Master Necromancer. The Dungeon of Despair. Boss of the 3rd degree. Level 35. Master Necromancer. Alice. This boss exudes a deadly energy, nothing compared to the small fry before. Suddenly the girl began to read the spell. Deadly. It started, we thought, but. Sliding kick. The girl suddenly slipped almost to the gentleman and almost hit him in the waist. However, she stopped a couple of dozen centimeters away from him. There was an awkward silence. Is she definitely a necromancer? But the gentleman did not hesitate. Puncture with the holy sword. He pierced the necromancer's shoulder. Ah, hot. I told you, as long as our master is here, there is no one equal to him. Is this boss really that weak? Meanwhile, the girl sat down on her knees. Heck. We need to get ready. The call. A glow appeared under her feet. Zombie wave. All the knights surrounded their master and stood in a defensive stance. Stupid little men drown in a wave of zombies. The necromancer screamed. Insignificant zombies of the 1st level. I will destroy you in the blink of an eye. The annihilating blow of the sacred flame. His sword was covered in fire, and when it was waved, he sent a wave of flame over a number of zombies. Naturally, this did not give them a chance. How is this possible? The girl screamed. Damn it, she thought, did I lose again? This is the 6th defeat for an adventurer. Am I not going to achieve the result that the head of the city demanded? Look, one zombie survived. What? No one seemed to expect this. In the smoke that the fire left, there was indeed a silhouette. It can't be, my sword is deadly to dead creatures, what kind of creature is this? I hesitated for a second. Have I moved to another world? Am I a zombie now? For what? Why did I move to another world just when I was going to marry a beauty and inherit 10 billion? The player Huang He chose to become a great magician and move to another world. Yes, I don't want to become a great magician. Bring me home. However, the system rejected me. Until the main task is completed, the player cannot return to the original world. Looking at me, the knight hesitated. What is he doing? I continued to be indignant. What is the main task? How do I get home? You have only 2 options for returning to the original world. The first is to complete the main task and become the strongest wizard. And the second is to die during the execution of the main task. After that, the player Huang He will move back to the original world. Why is this zombie not moving? Don't worry so much, it's just a small monster of the 1st level. But he had so easily resisted Inim's power. It's a simple accident, I'm sure the gentleman will easily kill him. Right. This time, I won't be defeated. The master gathered magical energy around him. But he was thinking of something else. How was he able to resist the attack of the sacred sword? Next time you need to use it at full capacity. When suddenly, unexpectedly for the gentleman himself, I spoke to him. Hey, a man named Inim. Kill me quickly. Like hell I'm going to stick around and become some kind of magician. I'd rather this dude kills me and I'll come home quickly. It seemed that I made the young guy lose his temper. Even the veins on his forehead were swollen. Insignificant monster of the first level, how dare you tease the great me? I'll just finish you. He poured a lot of magic into the sword and headed straight for me. Let's. I shouted joyfully. Strike with the sacred flame. A wave of fire hit and threw me a couple of meters away. But when I got hit, I was smiling. When I return to my world, I will inherit 10 billion and marry a beauty. Oh, yes. But suddenly, opening my eyes, I was still in this miserable dungeon. What? Why didn't I die? Notification. Player Huang He has possessed a dead creature, which gives him 99% immunity to physical attacks. In addition, this body is the remains of a special creature that gives 99% resistance to all magical attacks. Bugaga. Suddenly, the necromancer girl laughed. You see, this is the real power of a master necromancer. She declared, hugging me and hugging me to her chest. I even seemed to blush. It smells so good. Too close. The girl who was standing next to the gentleman suddenly said. These zombies are kind of crazy. Maybe we should retreat? Get out. He exclaimed and pushed the girl. I'll make it clear to you today. What are the consequences of insulting the master? After which, he gathered a colossal magical energy and swung about to strike. The essence of the sacred flame. His companion exclaimed. Manifested. Our Lord Ainim's special ability is the essence of the sacred flame. They say he used this ability once and brought down a monster 10 levels higher than him. But this ability spends too much mana. Will the gentleman be able to stand it? I've seen this ability in the game. With the help of it, the power increases 3 times, this time he will finally kill me? Descending from the girl's embrace, I stood right in front of the gentleman. Kill me if you can. The girl who was standing behind was almost crying. My little zombie is voluntarily giving up his life for me, has my ability to summon increased by itself? He exclaimed. Monster. I'll show you what real hell is. The embodiment of the sacred flame. His blade went right through me, leaving a trail of fire. 3 horsepower. There was silence again. But I quickly interrupted him. The attack power is too low. I shouted. The gentleman was clearly ashamed. Don't talk nonsense. He yelled. It wasn't in full force yet. The true embodiment of the sacred flame. Hitting me again. No effect. Manu. This attack was even weaker than the previous one. A weakling like you wants to go through the whole dungeon? I've just started. He shouted again. The true embodiment of the sacred flame. Still not enough. The true embodiment of the sacred flame. It doesn't hurt at all. True sacred flame. And you're going to clean up the dungeon with this? The knights watching all this stood in shock. Is this normal at all? I don't know. And the master kept casting spells. True flame. This went on for some time until he finally ran out of steam. It is necessary to kill this monster at all costs. Go ahead then. I encouraged him. Then get the last blow. The true embodiment of the sacred flame. Taking away 2 or 3 health for me, I finally have it left for 1 strip. Finally, I will return to my world. And then the blade touched my head when suddenly, there was a crunch. A piece of the blade flew away swiftly. Notification. The strength of the weapon is 0, the weapon is destroyed. What? Is it really time to break this weapon right now? Note. The player Huang He has been attacked by continuous attacks more than 1,000 times, thereby being awarded a secret title. Past Fire and Water. The effect of the title. Restores 100 health points every second. What? Looking at how my health was recovering, I grabbed hold of the gentleman and started shaking him. It doesn't matter that the weapon is broken. Come on, try to beat me. If you don't beat me now, I'll recover completely. The monster. Suddenly he said. This is a real monster. I'm going home. With these words, he rushed to the exit of the dungeon. Mr. Ainima, wait for us. As they ran away, they screamed. Our lord will definitely recover. And then he will show you. Yes, run already. I stood in disbelief. Hey. Stop. Yes, I mean. You haven't killed me yet. Where are you running off to? Meanwhile, my summoner has woken up. Hey. Are we still fighting? Why? Why are all the characters so weak? They can't even take down such a small monster of the first level? While I was beating the earth in bitterness, my summoner watched the whole picture with bewilderment. Suddenly, I noticed her, and clutching began to shake. It's you. You called me here, bring me back. Don't shake me, let me go. Listen, you're the strongest zombie I've ever called, you're supposed to help me punish adventurers, I can't let you go. Well, if that's the case, I'll find a way to kill myself. Hey, where are you going? Don't go away. Since you're not obeying my orders, then don't worry. Stop. She shouted. And I stopped dead in an instant. Why is my body not moving? All the dead souls that I have summoned obey my orders. Now be smart and help me beat the adventurers. In general, you are only the first level and already so strong, also intelligent. But most importantly, you are such a fluffy, such a cutie, unlike other empty-headed zombies. With these words, she hugged me and hugged me to her. This beautiful girl smells so delicious. Oh. She suddenly twisted in pain. The sacred flame sword has done too much damage to me. I hit my chest and said. Let me heal you. Don't be ridiculous. The monster tribe lost its ability to heal more than 1,000 years ago. According to my dawns, I will get rid of this wound only 20 years later. We'll see, I said, pulling off her raincoat. Hey! She screamed. I am the divine healer Huang He. With these words, I took out the needles for acupuncture and put them on her shoulder at certain points. The feeling of pain suddenly disappeared. Haha. I laughed. Stopping the pain is only the first step. The next one is much more important. It is necessary to cut off the burnt skin and flesh to let the blood separated by the poison of the sacred flame. And the last step is to apply herbal medicine, which is always at hand at home, and then you just need to bandage the wound. Wow. I really feel better. I can also make a few decoctions that speed up recovery. Before 10 days have passed, you will finally recover. Even though our healing ability is still sealed, you healed my wounds so easily. Are you really the monster I summoned? It is absolutely impossible to pit against the garbage that was before you. Haha. Of course I'm the one you called. There's no way you can tell her that I'm a hitman. It's just that your ability has increased so much that you were able to summon me. Let's not talk about it. I'll give you a relaxing massage. Massage? Yeah, that's it. Just touching her shoulder, she bent over with pleasure. How is this possible? It's just touching my shoulders. But it's like a current is passing through me. My whole body is so light, like I'm fluttering. An incredible feeling. The massage that sets the bones of the Huang family is not something that everyone can stand. I said, grinning. In addition, I gave her a shot at the points responsible for sleep. Let's see how you stop me. 10 billion and a beauty, wait for me.